Hey friends, welcome to Rugged Outdoors Guide. My name is Pete. This is my channel. And before I go any further, just want to let you know that if you give me a like and a subscribe on this particular video, you'll have a chance to win one of these guys that we're talking about here. We're talking about Twig stoves and whether they're any good and which one of these I like. I've done a review on all three of these recently. And if you give me a like and a subscribe, you will have a chance to win this one here. This one, I'm giving this one away as well. I'll tell you what all three of them are in a second, but this one might already be gone. But if you are watching this video, I still have this one available probably up until the early to mid part of 2022. All right, so if you're watching this in 2023, 24, yeah, sorry, it's done. But still, like and subscribe, very helpful. Thanks, guys. All right, let's get into it. There's three stoves. I've had a chance to review them recently, and they are Twig stoves. So they're meant for just literally twigs. You can use some of them with biofuels, like those cubes you can put in them, and two of them are made for that. But anyway, what are they? Well, this one's called a Lixada rocket stove. This one's called a Überleben twig stove, and this is called a Jardine twig stove as well. These two, the Lixada and Jardine, I think they're just offshore brands. They're not even real companies, I don't think. I think they're just names that are put on products like you see quite often from the lower end type products. But the thing is, they work. That's why I'm doing a video on them. They're not like garbage, right? This one, Überleben, is a really nice sort of a classic kind of brand. You can see they're on their own website. It's a real company. I think it's made in USA. It comes in a really cool, like a waxed pouch. It is a really great product. And it's, of course, it's the most expensive. And it works well, but so do the others. So what are they all about? Well, okay, so this one, the Überleben, is going to cost you $42. This one here is only 16 bucks. Wonderful, wonderful deal. And this one is 26 bucks. How do they work? Well, when I did a 2 cup water boil test for all three of these, and what I found was this one was the slowest. It took about 6 minutes. Still, I mean, you know, if you're on a camping trip, it's not the worst thing in the world. This one took about 3.5 minutes, and this one, which is the least expensive, took 3 minutes, I think, somewhere around there. So a really, really good deal. This is probably the best deal of all. These two are not very technical. That is, they're just boxes of metal, and that's literally all they are. This one is, I would call it a technical design. It has two, sometimes even 3 levels. This one has like a movable little tray down here. I'm not going to go into all the details. You can see all three of the reviews fully on our website as well, or on our YouTube channel. So I'm not going to go into those details, but let's just say this one is really the most technical one. This one created flames I couldn't even see. There's little jets or little openings in here that have little jets of flame, and I quite literally could not see the flame. I thought it was out for a minute, and yet the water was just boiling. So it's kind of cool, and it comes with a little dish here for biofuels if you want to use those as well. This one is okay for biofuels, but it sits further away, like about 6 inches away from the bottom of the pot. This one is like 1.5 inches away from the bottom of the pot. So anyway, all around, Twig stoves are a great thing to have. They're you know, friendly to the environment, and they pack down very small. They're very light. This one here, this packs down to about 6 by 6 inches by 0 inches. It's almost two-dimensional. That's how small it packs in its oiled pouch. So it's kind of cool. This one doesn't pack away quite as portably, and if you get me to send it to you, you'll see what I mean. And this one is okay. It crunches down to about the size of this, the bottom level. So these two top levels it's sort of all nests together nicely. So they're all not a bad deal. I would suggest any one of them. This one would be probably the least if I had to choose, and these two, it's pretty close between them, and yet the price difference is huge. Overall, I would suggest this type of stove for drier, warmer weather, and you know, I I would still suggest having a propane or butane stove, maybe depending on how much weight you're really looking to save and how important it is to have heat to heat up your water. If you can live without coffee for a day or two, you know, you might be able to get away with one of these, even if there is a problem finding natural fuel, which there probably won't be. But just to be on the safe side, you can have a gas-powered stove, which is way quicker, it's more efficient, it's way hotter, and all around just easier. But of course you're paying for fuel then, and the stove itself can be hundreds of dollars. Doesn't have to be quite that high, but it can be. So you want to be careful when you're talking about budget. You know, this is your budget angle, but if you can afford it, have another stove as a backup. But I really, really like these, and on my next couple trips, I think I'm going to exclusively, for the first time ever, exclusively use the Uberleben rather than my propane stove. So that is my sort of take on this. And guys, if you appreciate product reviews like this and comparisons, as well as some trip documentaries we've got coming up probably next year, and just some overall tips and tricks in your world of camping and canoeing, please do give me a like and a subscribe, and I promise not to waste your time with any of these videos. I do appreciate your time. And guys, until the next time I see you, get out there in God's creation, enjoy it. And above all else, keep on looking up.